All right. So turns out China got the game early. I think. I don't know. Hands-on impressions from Marathon's China events. First hands-on event outside of North America, indicating Bungie's emphasis on the Chinese community. Blown away most by the expanded world building narrative. The tutorial and faction intros give clear origins and motivations. Players can even discover the will of Dr. Strauss, a key figure who connects many narrative threads from the original Marathon games. Personal impressions are that the PvE is extremely challenging. AI is constantly calling in reinforcements as time goes on, so there's no clearing the map. Environmental hazards like poison gas vents, perimeter turrets, and landmines everywhere as well. Meds, shields are expensive to buy from vendors that by the end of the play session, the reviewer cannot even afford them unless he sold all of his buffs. Early combat or PvP is almost guaranteed to be a net loss. Expect the high-risk exploration experience to push players to focus on missions to upgrade base stats. Expect there to be little to no player cooperation. Is this thing trying to... Are you guys trying to not tell me to play this game? China, what are you telling me right now? Calling every enemy player a loot pinata. We figured that was going to happen. I mean, look, Arc Raiders, there's a level of humanity. You see yourself, you're like, I'm a person. You know what I mean? Should I kill this other person? Then a lot of things go through your mind at that moment, especially when someone's like, stop, don't shoot. You know what I mean? Marathon is not going to, it's going to be on site immediately. You're not going to see a person over there. You're going to see a shell of a shell within another shell. You're going to murder everything that walks. I really think that's going to be the Marathon way. As for the objective improvements since Alpha, UI's seen a massive overhaul, but still finds the UI logic a bit awkward. In-game visuals also seen a massive upgrade. Environments giving off a much darker and mysterious tone, comparing it to Pathways into Darkness in the original Marathon trilogy. Skill distribution across all classes is fairly balanced, allowing for flexible team compositions. Multiple shells have movement abilities. Cosmetic shop and battle pass were unavailable at the event, but each runner has 6 base appearances tied to each faction. Oh shit. 28 guns, and each has 2 or more skins, with some altering the weapon model. Oh. Each gun has 1 charm slot and 3 sticker lots, which players can unlock by completing challenges. Nice. All right. Should we watch this? Watch Myelin. He has it translated. All right, let's listen to what Myelin has to say.
Myelin from the future here. After I recorded this video on stream, one of my subscribers, Chris, came into chat, and he actually lives in China and speaks Mandarin and could verify this Reddit post, which was about the leaked Marathon video, which was talking about lots of details in Marathon. We took about 40 minutes. You can watch the VOD. I'll put it down below. Unfortunately, I was only live on Twitch, not on YouTube yet, but I'll put it down below. It goes for quite a while. But the point is, it is highly accurate. The Reddit summary is very, very accurate. We went through it with someone to translate it, and yeah, it's pretty spot on. So just letting you know, I have had it verified. And also, Chris was nice enough to translate some of the top comments for us because you couldn't access them without having an account and logging in. And very interesting comments from the Chinese community. Enjoy. Welcome back, runners. Actually, are they even called runners? Is it now shells? Welcome back, shells. Yep. Doesn't really have the right vibe to it. Anyway, apparently China leaked some Marathon hands-on events. However, don't worry, it's not actually leaked. If you go onto the Marathon official Discord, posted by the Marathon team who has the Bungie dev tag, it says, you may have seen some videos and info about Marathon from a recent creator event. This is from our first event in China, and they've been cleared to share their experiences. You can expect to see more content from creators and our team as we rev up for launch. Can't wait to share more and finally get to...
So China got it first? Really? Damn. We got to move to China.
Played Marathon with you globally, or with the global community. Right. So it's all legal. We're going to go through the Reddit post. I'll show you the video.
So we've already went through the Reddit post right here. So, okay, I don't even know if he goes, hold on.
Which is on Bilibili. I think that's how you say it. By the way, we were browsing at this website, this Chinese website, and we spotted a couple familiar faces. on the websites. We have Chinese Aztecross.
Oh my
我
god.
知道叛逆者中可能会有很多关注点集中在关键上，这理所当然。时间之刃是一把了不起的武器，然而传家宝可以说是我使用过的最强大的武器之一。
Damn, we good.
现在你可能在
Y'all didn't know I was about that life, huh? Couldn't tell? Huh? You couldn't tell from this face?
最近的叛徒武器与装备预告片
Baby, I've been part of the CCP this entire time. Look. I've been laying low this entire time. You never knew it.
中，或者其他内容创作者那里已经看到了这把十字。
And wouldn't you know it, me. 欢迎回来，突袭者们！我看到了一些评论讨论是否可以单人玩 Arc Raiders。就我在2个测试中累计60小时的经验来看，单人体验不仅优于组队更加高效，实际上我觉得也更简单。
It's like matching up too.
Let's start with the Reddit. Let's start with the Reddit post first. Right. First hands-on event.
I want to also mention that Bilibili account is not us. I have no idea who's making the Bilibili account. I've never thought about putting content on Bilibili, but I will say though, I'm down to pound with the Chinese community. Yeah, we can make it work. I can fuck with some Bilibili.
Outside of NA, indicating Bungie's emphasis on the Chinese community. Look, I think this is kind of interesting because obviously you had like Destiny Mobile. I have no idea how big Destiny like PC or like Destiny 2 and console was in China. I would have thought, yeah, mobile was probably the way to go with that audience. So, yeah, I have no idea. If anyone knows how big these games are in China, let me know.
Who is from China? Who here is from China? We got to have somebody. How big is Destiny in China? And do they play on like a different platform or something? I don't know. Me. You all said me, and that's not even in Chinese. You're fucking lying. Who here? Put it in Chinese, and then I might believe you. Oh, I fuck with this guy. Hey, how big is Destiny over there? I lived in China for 8 years, and I played Destiny. That's your barometer, really? I'm asking if it's big, not if you. I'm just curious if Destiny is if like a Bungie is like a bigger deal in China. It's a little niche, but pretty active. Let's Google it. Oh yeah, let's trust Google on this. All right, let's continue watching.
Blown away most by the expanded world building and narrative. Interesting. The tutorial and faction intros give clear origins and motivations. Players can even discover the will of Dr. Strauss, a key figure who connects many narrative threads from the original Marathon games. Yes, this is. I've forgotten my lore. I did a lore playthrough of the OG Marathons from 1994. I made a series. No one watched it because everyone hated Marathon at that time because I was still covering Destiny. I am slowly getting interested in looking at it again. Personal impressions are that PvE is extremely challenging. AI is constantly calling reinforcements as the time goes on, so there is no clearing the map. Environmental hazards like poison gas vents, perimeter turrets, and landmines everywhere as hell. I think that's great. I think it was what was missing in the first one, so I'm very glad that PvE is challenging. Great. Meds, shields are expensive to buy from vendors that by the end of the PlayStation, the reviewer could not even afford them unless he sold
Who's
all of his
editing
buffs.
this?
Okay, good. I think, this is a more hardcore experience in something like Arc Raiders. It's very easy to get hold of shields. In fact, you get free shields, free green shields, and blue shields are pretty much the max you really need to get. So seems like you're going to be rewarded for extracting and having money, and it's going to make a difference, hopefully.
Dude, what is this editing?
Early combat or PvP is almost guaranteed to be a net.
Look, editors, we need to change up our editing style. This is how you keep the people interesting. You keep them interested by just dropping random shit in the middle of the video. Has nothing to do with the video. Sometimes it has something to do with the video. Just drop random shit at all times.
Expect the high-risk exploration experience to push players to focus on missions to upgrade base stats. Expect there to be little to no player cooperation, calling every enemy player a loot pinata. Yeah, I think we expected this. I think we expected this from Marathon. It's going to be very PvP orientated. However, avoiding PvP, I think, will also be a strategy. I mean, it's the same in Arc Raiders. Like, people pretty much avoid PvP until they've leveled up. People need to understand that PvP in extraction shooters is not fair. I'm going to avoid PvP. I'm going to rush through all my vendors. I'm going to try to max out my vendors. I'm going to try to get better gear than you, better shields, better weapons, better builds. And then finally, when I feel like I can take you on in a fight, I'm going to shoot you in the back when you're grabbing loot. And that's extraction shooters.
That is correct. That is correct. That is the extraction way. 1000%. See, if a time to kill required us to kill you in 0.8 seconds, 8 crits, 1 body, we will do everything we can. Every power up, every buff, every faction upgrade, every piece of gear to flip that TTK from 8 crits, 1 body to potentially 1 crit, 8 bodies. And that's how you beat Benny. That's it. That's the only way. I'm going to be honest with you. I can't beat him any other fucking way. I wish I could tell you right now, I can go 1 for 1 with Benny right now, flat-footed, but I can't. I can't. No, I need every fucking gear upgrade.
So yeah, I imagine people are going to avoid combat early. You know what it's like? It's like an MMO. It's like PvP in an MMO. People are going to go farm the trees, mine the stones first, level up with the best gear before they set foot in the crucible. The only difference is the mining of the trees and the farming of the wood is with other players. It's already in the crucible.
Yep.
As for objective improvements,
you know what? You know it's another game that's just like that? In the free-to-play world of RuneScape, you could only mine rune in the high levels of the wilderness, which meant if you wanted to get that rune ore, buddy, oh my God, you're gonna have to risk it. You hear me? You're gonna have to risk it. Let me tell you something. I can't stress to you how tight one's butthole is when you're running for your life with all the loot that you have and you got a fucker behind you, tele-blocking you, and another fucker freezing you with ancients. Let me tell you something. The gods you pray to in that moment right there to make it out of that situation. And guess you never make it out. You never make it. You die. You die every time, right?
Since Alpha, UI seen a massive overhaul, but still finds UI logic a little bit awkward. They always are in extraction shooters. They are. In-game visuals also seen a massive upgrade. Environments giving off much dark and mysterious tone, comparing it to the Pathways into Darkness and the original Marathon trilogy. Nice. That actually has crazy lighting effects. If you go and look at like OG Marathon, it's actually impressive for the time. Like, I'm pretty sure like muzzle flashes and stuff, like from remembering when I played it, like muzzle flashes, you know, light up corridors and that. It's great. Skill distribution across all classes is fairly balanced, allowing for flexible team compositions. Multiple shells have movement abilities. Cosmetic shop and battle pass were unavailable, that's what we expect, at the event, but each runner has 6 base appearances tied to each faction. All right, so you can level up each faction and get a new cosmetic for each runner. Right. So that's kind of one of the things you can probably grind out.
And like, I expect Bungie to probably be, I'm telling you, man, what they're going to do is they're not going to roll out the crazy stuff in the store at first. You know what I mean? It's going to be it's going to be subtle things, little things, but a lot of probably like the best, you know, cosmetics are going to be earnable. But then like probably 6 months from now, they going to roll it out, brother. People are going to be running around with wings. You know what I'm coming from? People are going to be running around with it. I guarantee a lightsaber going to end up in that game at some point. I'm telling you, that's how Destiny went. It starts off subtle. Like, yeah, you changed a little bit of paint here and there, you know, decal there and there. And then all of a sudden, boom, you look like the Witcher.
Cosmetics is to play every faction with every runner, question mark? I don't know exactly how that works. 28 guns, and each has 2 or more skins, with some even altering the weapon model. Each gun has 1 charm slot and 3 sticker slots, which players get unlocked by completing challenges. Okay, that's kind of nice. 28 guns is depends what the comparison is. If you compare it to Tarkov, it's probably not that many. If you compare it to Arc Raiders, it's quite a lot. I think for what
a lot of variations with the mods.
Is not like a super hardcore extraction shooter, but not so casual as Arc Raiders. I think 28 guns is pretty good. Oh, let me intro it. So this is a vibe check of the comments, right? What's the general impressions of this? I can't read them because I need to log in, but Chris has got to log in. So
the from different groups of people, China got a very large Destiny 2 player base.
Right.
That's like overall not satisfied with the current state of the game.
Okay, so like everywhere else.
Yeah, there are a lot of...
Damn, I like China even more now. You telling me they don't like Destiny right now? We the same, fellas. We the same. Hold on. That's what I don't want. Look, man, all the powers that be always trying to put us against each other. At the end of the day, what's asked to us, to the people on the other side of the earth, asked to them. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's amazing. It's amazing the common ground you find here.
Like troll comments.
Right.
That's from Destiny 2 players. Like the highest liked comment on the top is the PvE enemies as hard as -30 light level barrier and overload champion?
Okay.
So like there are a lot of like trolling comments from Destiny 2 players. Also,
That's a good question.
do you remember at some point Joe Blackburn said during like, I can't remember, a TWAB or like a state of the game, it says they want to bring back challenge to Destiny 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, that line is like the biggest meme in like Chinese Destiny 2 community. Like everyone was memeing on that sentence.
Right.
So that sentence is like everywhere
In the comments.
In the comment. The other one.
And so like the troll is they didn't add it to D2, they added to Marathon by accident or something like that. Like, is that kind of the implication?
No, they're actively seeking out everything related to Bungie and commenting below it.
Oh, just memeing
like
on
a
it. Right.
thing.
Right.
Yeah. But other than that, people are somewhat excited, but they're actively looking for like an open beta.
Yeah,
Okay.
we need one.
I mean, it's very similar to here. Like, people are cautiously optimistic, waiting for the beta. Yeah.
But there are several other comments. I've seen 2 or 3, like claiming they've also participated in recent closed playtest, because like I said, like in China, because like basically Bungie can't enforce their NDA in China, so there are a lot more leaked video footage as well as people just sharing their impressions
Right.
on Chinese social media.
Oh shit!
I've seen at least 3 comments saying that this video's impression on like a very restrictive economy is wrong.
Oh.
Really?
Yep.
So they're just probably saying they're bad at extraction shooters. They're like IGN reviewers.
Yeah. So what they essentially are saying is the person who put that Reddit post up, or I guess the video, is a skillless player who obviously just can't win us once.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Great. Oh, this is good. This is good juice.
But some people aren't very enthusiastic about the heavily PvP aspects of the game. So they're like saying, if you are so like very encouraging PvP, why not I just play Arc Raiders?
Right.
Oh, never mind. I read the comment wrong. It talks about like the combat pacing is more like Arc Raiders. So they don't like it. They want to have more PvP.
Oh, they reckon it was more PvE for a bit. Big thanks to Chris for translating for us. A like and a comment would be greatly appreciated.
Myelin, great video. That's an interesting last note there. That's such an interesting last note there. By the way, guys, go check out Myelin. We'll probably be playing Marathon with them. But that was an interesting last note there. So they're saying, some of the comments were saying, I guess, that there's too much PvE and not enough PvP. That's wild, man. That's wild. All right. Well, we'll see, guys. We'll see. Listen, tomorrow, there's supposed to be some big announcements during the Sony PlayStation event. I guess we're going to get a look at Marathon, and maybe we're going to see a date for a potential beta. No, I don't think we're going to get Destiny news. I think it's just going to be, am I going to be live streaming it? I will. But I think tomorrow they're going to be probably showcasing, hopefully we even get like a cinematic, but probably going to be showing some Marathon stuff, and then possibly a date for an open beta for the game. I'm predicting a cinematic and a date for the open beta. Unlikely we'll get a shadow drop of the beta, but one can hope. Yeah. The beta should be this week. I would be surprised if they did it this week, but we'll see, man. We'll see. They could just throw it down, let it happen. I guess my question to you guys, how are y'all feeling about this? What are we feeling about Marathon? My Destiny guys, any interest? Marathon better cook. I pre-ordered yesterday. I'm cautiously optimistic. I truly don't care. I'm scared. It's about 50-50 here. About 50-50. All right, we'll see what happens, fellas. We'll see what happens. You know, I will say this. I mean, like everybody's like, oh no shit, it was gonna look different than what we got last year during the alpha. But I still stand by what we said before. The delay that Bungie got from September until now, in my opinion, is the best thing that could have happened to Marathon. If that game had rolled out in September and then Arc Raiders rolled out in October, I think it would have just absolutely killed this game, man. If anything, Marathon has a perfect opportunity to follow up on Arc Raiders, see what's worked, what hasn't worked, and then thread the needle. Honestly, I'm unsure about it. I don't really play extraction shooters, so it's not really in my ballpark. That's fair. That's fair, man. Look, man, the only reason why I want Marathon to do good, I'm just going to flat out say it. I want Marathon to pop off so that they can take all that money and put it in Destiny 3. That's it. If Bungie comes out and they take all that money, they put it into another fucking game, I'm done. I'm fucking done. Dude, I'm fucking done. I will main Deadlock for the rest of my days. I can't. If Gummy Bears 2.0 is Bungie's next game after this, and that's what they're funneling all the money into, I'm fucking done.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.